Hello and welcome to your daily dose of Satoshi's news. Today's date is Tuesday, the 11th of November. So 11/11/2025, the year BSV comes alive. Branch your threads, expand your mind with treechat.ai or your post on chain. Right, so again, just going to go through some posts on my feed. We'll start off with this one. Donald Trump says the current financial system is outdated and will be replaced with a crypto-based one. The entire financial system will go on-chain. Mega bullish for crypto. Well, actually, it's only mega bullish for genuine Bitcoin BSV. That's it, because they don't even know what's coming yet. And then we'll have a look at the figures, see what's going on, because we know what's coming. And then we'll finish with some 365 days of Bitcoin history, and then that'll be the end of the show. Right, let's get into it.
Satoshi, like a cowboy in the West, riding on the blockchain that they call the very best. 1 million strong, them transactions flying free. Just wait for the Terra node, you'll surely see.
Here we go then. So let's start off with this one with Donald Trump. So let's have a listen to what he's got to say about this, because he's bullish on crypto. Here we go.
Many Americans are unaware that behind the scenes, the technical backbone of the financial system is decades out of date, many, many years out of date. You know that. Paul and others are straightening it out, but payments and money transfers are costly and take days or even weeks to clear. Under this bill, the entire ancient system will be eligible for a 21st century upgrade using the state-of-the-art crypto technology. Who would have thought we would have been saying that 2 years after? Many Americans are unaware that behind the scenes,
Wow, there we go. That is massively bullish, but again, they're going to be searching for solutions. They're going to be searching for scale. They're going to be searching for volume. And the only one that can provide absolutely everything, genuinely, is BSV, because all the others are shitcoins. They cannot scale. They're completely centralized. They will find Bitcoin. They will find Bitcoin. Wouldn't it be great if Donald Trump was on the phone to me one day? So, Satoshi, can you actually sort of tell us what Bitcoin is and what happened? I can indeed, Donald. Let me enlighten you. This is what's gone on. That's what it's going to be like, mind you. Would they speak to Satoshi or would they want to speak to Craig? Who knows? I'd rather they spoke to me first, because I think I can explain the protocol in a far simpler way. All the tech stuff is what they need to speak to Craig about. But then Craig obviously describes himself as a bit of a munchkin and just kind of like doesn't like being bothered. He can invent, do what he needs to do, let other people do the talking. I think that's kind of like more his style. And talking about discovering stuff, Maverick said here, this is called Serpent's Lair of Inis Moir, located in Ireland, UK. We were told this granite has naturally been formed hundreds of thousands of years ago, which is hard to believe that a nature could cut out a perfect rectangle out of granite stone. Judging by the look of this, I can tell that the ancient builders have created this rectangle hole, which works like a sink, so that when the tide comes in from the sea, the water goes into the hole and via underground tunnel and goes back into the ground. Not only did the ancient builders create everything with a purpose in mind, they also unquestionably had electronic power tools in order to do so. And again, this is why the world needs Bitcoin, because they've hidden all of this stuff from us. I mean, that does look absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Now let's see what else we got here. 9/11 revisited, saying the disintegration of the North Tower spire. Look at this, look. It just completely turns to dust, falls down. That is absolutely crazy. But again, this is why the world needs Bitcoin. So, we can discover all this. Look at that. It literally just turns to dust. That's metal. Literally, the technology that they have is light years ahead of us. And look at this scumbag. Ex-Prime Minister Gordon Brown on the BBC resignations over Trump. Why does everyone keep saying mistaken error? It was blatant and a dangerous act of deception, wasn't it? Sounds like he's trying to justify it. Let's have a little listen to what this scumbag is saying. The brown bottom selling all of our gold at rock bottom prices to the cabal.
I think the problem that the BBC has had is this happened a year ago. and an apology should have been made instantly. If a mistake has been made, you've got to apologise instantly. And then I don't think Tim Davie or the head of news would have had to resign, because they would have corrected the mistake immediately. It went unreported, unacknowledged, unapologised for. And I think that is where trust becomes an issue.
Trust becomes an issue. They did it on purpose to make it look like he was inciting violence and all that. Encouraging well, we know Nancy Pelosi organised it anyway. There we go. What's this? The BBC.
As the CEO of BBC News, I would like to say it has been the privilege of my career to serve as the CEO of BBC News and to work with our brilliant team of journalists. I stepped down over the weekend because the buck stops with me. But I'd like to make one thing very clear. BBC News is not institutionally biased.
Liar.
That's why it's the world's most trusted news provider.
Liar.
Why did you fail to deal with the mistakes that were made?
And see my teams. Thank you so much.
Right, do you think that
nobody trusts the BBC anymore, apart from the NPCs who have no idea what's going on? Crazy. What's this? Sweat out those metals? Oh, chemtrails. Yeah, like chemtrails are being revealed. Tucker Carlson's just done a video on it. Oh, Ruda Silva says here, on November 15th, the busy fee will jump from 1 sat per kilobyte to 100 sats per kilobyte, a 100x increase. This isn't just a technical change. It strikes at the core of what Bitcoin was designed to be. Yeah, but it has to mature. And we've got to fight off all these shitcoins. We're in a war first before Bitcoin can reach its full potential. And this is the way you do it. So whereas Core have now got to increase the price of Gregcoin from $100,000 to $10 million in order to get a 100x increase in profitability, all we've got to do is increase the fee from 1 sat to 100 sats, which is nothing. Remember, there is 100 million sats. 100 million sats in a Bitcoin. And all we're doing is going from 1 to 100. I think this is a master move by Satoshi Nakamoto. Literally, because Bitcoin is an economic model and they're going to learn this the hard way. Let's have a look at this complete douche, see what he says.
Listen, it is what it is. And this is so bullish for Bitcoin. They're going to have to print so much money. Bitcoin is really priced with how much fiat currency is sloshing around in the world. And in order for all of this to play out and work, we have to debase our currency, we have to devalue our debt, and we have to create more fiat. It's going to send Bitcoin nuclear.
Oh, look, he has no clue. I don't know why anybody listens to that guy. Honestly, they're all getting desperate. So now we've had Tufty the Cat getting his knickers in a twist. We've got Arthur Van Pelt getting his knickers in a twist. We've had Adam Back suddenly looking at BSV all of a sudden. And now we've got this guy saying, yeah, Bitcoin's going to get nuclear. All right, mate, whatever. It's just pathetic. Absolutely pathetic is what's going on. Great interview there from CSW and Todd and I think Anil was interviewing them. Yeah, that was great. Thoroughly loved watching that, boys. Thank you very much for doing that. Gives me something to fill my time with while my leg is recovering. Check this out. So Ivor Cummings, man-made global warming is fraud. It was discovered as a theory by Rockefeller Brothers Fund in the 1950s, chosen as a strategy for control by them and funded remorselessly ever since. So no surprise that no credible scientific proof ever emerged. Yeah, because they're covering it up. So let's see what's being said here about it.
Please give me this curve with human-induced global warming has got nothing to do with the environment. It's got everything to do with deconstruction of the way we think and our society as a mechanism of unelected people gaining power. And I'm sick of it. We had in Senate estimates last year, Malcolm Roberts asked the CSIRO, can you please give me a few scientific papers that prove human emissions of carbon dioxide drive global warming? And the CSIRO presented him with one scientific paper, and then it wasn't on the subject. So he asked them again, can you please show me that human emissions of carbon dioxide drive global warming? They couldn't. This is a question that I've been asking scientists around the world for 25 years. I've asked journalists this question. I've asked politicians this question. It's no wonder I get cancelled, because no one can show from the scientific literature that human emissions of carbon dioxide drive global warming. Let's imagine
Yeah, that's like Al Gore's book, An Inconvenient Truth. Inconvenient for them because it just doesn't fit the narrative at all. What's this? Benjamin Netanyahu is now being accused of bearing responsibility for October 7th terrorist attacks. Oh, finally, he's being called on it in Israel, and for allegedly funding Hamas. There we go. Israel Knesset member Nama Lazimi claims Netanyahu issued a stand-down order and ignored key security protocols before the attack. Oh, he's going to be absolutely livid. Yeah, they can't get away with the bullshit anymore, because people know, people are onto them. And again, this is why the world needs Bitcoin, because they do all their dirty deeds through controlling the US dollar. That's what they're using, third parties. So they basically use the, they're the puppet masters behind what the US is doing. Oh, Elon Musk's mind-blowing discovery. Daily Mail reports saying Olympics set to ban all transgender athletes from female events after finding scientific evidence for advantages to being born male. No shit, Sherlock. Oh, hooray. Hooray. This is a fantastic little video here. Probably can't play this one, but yeah, they're going about the satanic agenda. More and more people are waking up to that. Again, we've just got to look at all the satanic symbolism outside the United Nations. You know, they are absolutely religious extremists. It's got nothing to do with world politics. It's to fulfill their religious agenda. And Camus here says something unusual is unfolding in hospitals worldwide. Doctors are quietly describing what some call a non-infectious pandemic, a surge in aggressive cancers striking much younger people. Cancers once seen mainly in elderly, colon, ovarian and more, are appearing in 30 and 40-year-olds and even in children as young as 8, 10 and 11. These aren't classic genetic cases, doctors say. Many appear out of nowhere. As one clinician put it, we had a pandemic of infectious disease. Now we're facing a pandemic of non-infectious ones. The question few dare to ask is what changed? Well, we all know what changed. This is a bombshell out of the UK. The Labour Party UK government has been telling the public that they must release violent criminals, including those with sex crimes, because prisons are full. New investigation shows 3 out of those overflowing prisons are half empty. Bombshell expose. Honestly, the amount of criminality, it's just all by design. They just want these violent offenders on the street on purpose. Andrew Bridgens calling them out. Good to see that. There we go. So much going on, and this is why the world needs Bitcoin. And Jim Ferguson says, Canada, the test site for a global control grid. The 3-minute trailer that everyone needs to see. The truth about the UN Agenda 2030 is no longer hidden, and Canada is the proving ground. This isn't theory, it's the blueprint for the global technocracy in motion. The lust to control other humans beings is as old as time. From the collapse of the liberal democracy to the rise of centralized rule by unelected officials, the agenda is simple. Control every resource, control every citizen, control every choice. Their plan: replace money with programmable digital credits, transform energy and dictate how you use it. Seize farmland and replace real food with farmer food. Yep, that's exactly what they want. Re-engineer economics through net zero and sustainability. Their justification: the climate crisis, which we now know is a hoax. But the film exposes how data manipulation and fear are being used to manipulate consent for global control systems. Experts warn, once the digital ID is in place, it's game over for humanity. And at the center of it all, Mark Carney, a man who preaches global governance, controls financial levers, and waits for his majority government to finish the job. They call it sustainability, but it's really submission. Economic, agriculture, digital and human. Canada is the model. The question is, will the rest of the world wake up before the model goes global? Again, that's all the 15-minute cities coming in and, geographical ring fencing of your cars, your electric cars. That's why they want us all. But yeah, this is why the world needs Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the only thing that's going to stop everything because they can't enrich themselves. So let's have a look at the figures. Again, November the 15th is a big date, but Gradecoin, $105,000. Bitcoin, just 25. Hash rate, 0.02. Network nodes, 0.00. Transactions, 51.52 across all the Bitcoin forks. Block size, 78.12. No decent blocks coming through, just 42 megabytes, 36 megabytes. Yeah, they're the biggest ones there. Currently 34,000 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin than Gradecoin. Mining Bitcoin at a 3.1% comparable loss. That'll change when they on November 15th though. Because Bitcoin is an economic model and they're going to find this out the hard way. So all other miners, 11% on Gradecoin, only 8% on Bcrash. Interesting. Fisher Price Cash, other miners, 1% on there, tiny amount. And CoinDart's not reporting the figures for genuine Bitcoin. So we've had 515,000 transactions on the network over the last 24 hours. Let's have a look at the mining. Mining Dutch in the lead, 26.03. All right, let's just have a look at mining statistics while we're here. 24 hours. Well, Mining Dutch, look at that. 26.7. Tal, 23.94. Kuv, 16.2. QD Link, 14.7. Gorilla Pool, 9.86. And SA100, 8.45. Gorilla Pool doing well there. But Mining Dutch, suddenly coming out of nowhere, realizing that they need a bit of genuine Bitcoin. Yes, so we're currently, just third position. Again, we're going to trounce on XRP and Ethereum. Absolutely trounce them. Let's have a look at the price here. Just trending sideways. Bitcoin versus Gradecoin. In fact, doing better. Doing better than Bitcoin versus Gradecoin. Certainly over these last few days. Loving that. Loving that. Bucking the trend. And this is Bitcoin against the US dollar since November the 4th. Doing well there. That's all right. And then let's have a look at Bitcoin versus the big dog. Yeah, bucking the trend. Bucking the trend. That's why they'll be flooding the market with Tether, because they can't allow that to happen. So overall market cap here, $3.4 trillion. BTC, $105,000. Overall market cap, $2 trillion. $2 trillion of absolute shite. Utter fraud. Utter fraud. People are going to find out the hard way, but they're going to realize Bitcoin is an economic model. Yeah, that is the most important thing. It is not a speculative piece of crap. It is an economic model because the profitability can change, as they will see very soon. Right, where are we now? Are we in the 80s? 85. 85, 25, 26. Yeah, let's go all right there. Oh, in quite a few green numbers there. Loving that. Right, let's have a look. So the 11th of November. The 11th of November 1918. Remember, Bitcoin stops war. The entire point of World War I was to achieve the Balfour Declaration on the 2nd of November 1917. World War I was instigated by first ridding the opponents to the creation of the central bank, which was achieved by the Titanic fraud, 15th of April 1912, then creating the Federal Reserve in 1913 and instigating World War I the following year in 1914. The 11th of November 2021, this day, on the 11th of November 2021, Bitcoin hit a record all-time high, 69,146. Well, it's blasted past that since then, but there we go. Right, got to get this show done because I'm busy this afternoon. That's a quick 20-minute show. Hope you enjoyed it. So as ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.
The king still has one more move.